Hello and welcome to what I call nerdy old games for role-playing fans. It's Kerr 9000 and today I'm going to be talking about King's Bounty. Now, King's Bounty, it's an old game on the Megadrive. I'm sure it's been on other platforms, probably the PC. But you start off by choosing a character who represents you as a ruler, and you lead men around to fight, and if I remember correctly, try and find the pieces to a map to find a treasure. But you can play for absolutely hours and never find this, or you can play for 5 minutes and start finding the bits. It's quite random. But you recruit military, archers, pikemen, cavalry knights. Later on you can find different places where you can recruit sprites and goblins and different warriors. But you basically have set money and you build up your own army. At the start I just buy everything I can, because to be fair, your people are going to die. When you first start moving around, you'll be going from fight to fight. Look, you can go in towns and you can get contracts to kill people, rent boats, ask for information, buy spells or siege weapons to hold siege to castles. It's quite in depth for how old it is. You wander around the map, you can see the enemies wandering the map as well, and you can avoid them if you'd like and run away from them. Or you can obviously head towards them and fight them. That one looks a bit tough. Let's see if there's something better up the other side. Oh, and there's the same. I might as well fight it. Okay, so look, he's got dwarves and peasants and cavalry, and I think they're gnomes. You basically move on a little grid like this. You can move forwards or up, down, or diagonally, and you just control where your men go and lead them in the fight. It's quite basic, but it's good, it's fun. I remember playing this in the day. I used to love it. I mean, I come from a background of playing Warhammer and Hero Quest and things, so to me this was all very par for course. It was the sort of fantasy you expect, as well as walking around looking for treasure and new armies to find. You also get to sail a boat if you hire one and basically look for different islands and stuff. In fact, you have to do it. That's the only way you're going to see all of the islands and all of the game. You also get to siege castles, which costs a lot to get the initial siege equipment, which is a pain, but then it's just a fight like normal. It's a fun little game. I know it might sound strange, but the more you mentally put into it, the more you get out of it. If you look at them and just go, pathetic sprites, bleepy music, you're not really built for this kind of game. It's an RPG. It's a computerized board game almost. If you start thinking tactics and armies, you'll really enjoy this game. I do. Once you've been playing it for a while, you forget all about the graphics. I still think this is playable today, and I think there's room on services for Xbox, like Xbox Live and stuff, for this kind of game nowadays. 800 credit price point. It'd be fair. In fact, there's a Of Might and Magic game that came out on the PS2 a few years ago, which is King's Bounty in all but name. And I think in 2008 there was a new version called King's Bounty Legends. It's not made by the original people. It's somebody who brought the license and wanted to make a game of it. Basically, in the same sort of way that Fallout 3's license was brought. I've not played that one myself, but I have played the PS2 Might and Magic game. If you can get them cheap, they're good. It's slightly better graphics than this, so it might help if some people have a problem with the Megadrive basic era graphics. But all in all, the same game. So, as for King's Bounty, it's not my favourite old RPG or favourite role-playing game, but it's valid. It's worthwhile picking up. I tend to prefer Buck Rogers, which you can find in my reviews. I'd recommend that first. Now, is anybody a super nerd? Can anybody tell me the name of all of the videos, all of the games that are featured at the beginning of my intro? If you can do that without looking around at Wikipedia, then you are an RPG know-it-all.